Let's find some great books to read. Now, one of my favorite types of books to read is a literary fiction book that also has a page-turnery plot, so a propulsive plot. I feel like these books are very hard to come by. And since I'm always on a quest to find one of these books, I actually decided to use the help of AI. I'm actually taking a big AI course because given my age, I've got at least 25 years left of work with me, and I feel like if I don't learn AI, I'm gonna be left behind. So I thought I could use AI to help me find some literary fiction books with propulsive plots, or literary fiction books that have you wanting to turn the page. And I asked for lesser known books. I feel like when I started asking ChatGPT, I think I was using ChatGPT for this, it was spitting back books that I already knew about, or many of them that I'd already read. So let's start with The Enchanted by Rachel Denfield. So this book takes place in a death row setting, and it weaves the lives together of a fallen priest, an investigator who is grieving something, and the condemned. Supposedly, it is a very propulsive, fast-paced plot, and if you have read this book, let me know in the comments below. Is AI leading me astray? Next up is The Housekeeper and the Professor by Yoko Agawa. So after I finish the book that I'm reading now, this might actually be the one that I read next. It's supposedly a thin little novel, but it is one that wraps itself around the mystery of a professor who loses his memory every 80 minutes, and he's being taken care of by a mother and a daughter. And supposedly, the tension builds in this book as you start to learn what is happening, what happened in the mysterious life of this professor. It sounds super interesting, and since it's short, I'll probably get to this one soon. Next up is The Invisible Circus by Jennifer Egan. So Jennifer Egan is the writer of the very famous A Visit from the Goon Squad, which I've not read, but I have heard about. Now, this particular novel is one that goes at a breakneck pace through Europe. There is a woman who is investigating the suicide of her sister in the 1970s. So as she unravels this mystery, the story unfolds as you go across Europe. That one sounds pretty interesting, and if you have read it, let me know in the comments below. What do you think of it? Next up is The Queen of the Night by Alexander Chee. So this is about Paris in the 19th century. There is a mysterious soprano opera singer, and supposedly, by the book's description, the plot races through Parisian glamour at a breakneck pace. Sounds good to me. Now, the next one is The Weight of Ink by Rachel Kaddish. So this is actually the one that I am reading right now. Now, what's interesting is that I would definitely classify this as literary fiction. It's quite a long book. I wouldn't say that the plot, at least at this point in where I am, I'm about maybe a third of the way through it. It's not a propulsive plot at this point, but I am at a point where I'm thinking, I don't know, maybe it could start building here. Because obviously when you have a longer book, sometimes it takes time to get sort of the plot moving. I will say that I'm enjoying it though. It is about a 17th century Jewish scholar who happens to be a woman. So it's the story about how did this happen, right? I mean, the fact that you have a woman scholar at this time is pretty rare. And then it also has a modern storyline of these two different academics as they're trying to uncover this woman's story before anyone else, right? Before somebody else steals their thunder in the world of academia. So subscribe to my channel to find out at another time with another video whether or not I thought this book was what it was described. This next one is The Brief History of the Dead by Kevin Brockmeyer. Now this one, I don't know if I'll ever get to it. It sounds pretty macabre. This is a story about an underworld, you know, the afterlife, a city that is populated by the dead, and then suddenly there is a huge pandemic on Earth, and this world is sustained by the memories of the living, so the people who are living on Earth. Then suddenly what happens? Everyone on Earth dies, except for one person. So this sounds pretty dark. I don't know if I'll ever get to this one. If you've happened to read it, let me know in the comments below. Is it worth it? Next up is The Good People by Hannah Kent. So this is 19th century Ireland. It is a story of a widow, a healer, and a maid who clash over a mysterious child who people are blaming for bad things that are happening. This one sounds pretty interesting. It sounds like there's a lot of Irish folklore in it. So I'd actually be very interested to try this one, and let me know in the comments below, have you ever read it? Next up is The Flicker of Old Dreams by Susan Henderson. So this story is about a female mortician who is living in a dying town, and her high school crush comes back to the town in a wave of disgrace. Supposedly this book has a very propulsive plot that deals with human complexity, with human emotion. You know, why do people do the things that they do? This is something that I'm very interested in. I love to read books where you're trying to figure out, why did someone do that? You're trying to get into the mind and the emotions of humans. This one sounds very interesting to me. So let me know in the comments below. Do you think I should read it? Have you read it? What do you think of it? Next up is The Paper Wasp by Lauren Acampora. So this, I believe, is a tale of obsession. It is about a disillusioned artist who reconnects with an old friend who actually happens to be a Hollywood star. Now, I don't know if I'll ever get to this one just because, I don't know, like the whole Hollywood thing is just kind of boring to me and I just don't care. But it could be an interesting one if that's a theme that you like to read about. Next up is The Ice House by Laura Lee Smith. This novel is set in Florida. It is about a man whose business is crumbling, whose marriage is crumbling, and then there's a workplace accident that sort of just, you know, is the domino. It's the thing that starts the dominoes going. Supposedly there is a ticking clock of legal and personal consequences. Sounds like there's a lot of anxiety and dread in this one, which can be fun to read if you're in the mood for it, obviously. Well, anyways, I hope that from this list you may have found something that you want to read. Let me know in the comments below. And as always, happy reading.